Hello everyone, it is indeed inspiring to see you back again. In this video, we are going to understand the concept of aggregations and we are practically going to see it with Power BI. So let's begin. If you are new to this channel and you have not subscribed it yet, then surely you should go and subscribe so that you can see the upcoming videos. So let us begin with our Power BI experiment now. Aggregations. So aggregation basically means that you have multiple things, and out of these multiple things, you want to aggregate and bring a single value out of those multiple things. Okay, something as a aggregated combined format you want to bring. For example, if you have 10 apples and 2 bananas and 4 oranges, so if I ask you that total how many fruits do you have? So you'll just sum up the quantities of apples and bananas and oranges, and you will tell that I have in total 3 plus 2 plus 5, whatever is the amount. Okay, whatever is the number. So 10 will be the output. So this is basically called as aggregation. Now let us see that how this will happen in case of Power BI. So here in this case, I will be going to the data section and I'll be getting the data as an Excel workbook. And this is sample superstore data. We are all familiar, very common data set. So it is making connections to that data set and it will take us to the Power Query where we can work on the different sheets which are present in this particular data set. So I'll be selecting orders, people and return. So these I will be selecting. Okay. And rather what I can do is I can select these below ones. Okay. So orders, people and returns. So I have selected from the second list. Okay. Now I will just check. So in this case, you can see that order ID and return, they are given as the row itself. So they're not rows, they are basically column names. In people also, if I see, we have column 1, column 2. Okay, so we need to update region and people as columns. And in case of orders, we have everything perfect. So row ID, that is already taken as the column name itself. Now, if you see the people here, then you will see it is taking all the nulls also. So I don't want those nulls. Therefore, I'm taking from the second same names you can see orders and orders 3, people, people 2, returns, returns 1. Okay, so it is truncating all the nulls. So we don't need those nulls. But now I will go to transform data and I will work on the transformation part first. And after that, we will go for aggregations. So this is Power Query Editor where we are working on the transformations. And I will just click on this particular, you can see this place, I'll be clicking and I will be choosing here, use the first row as headers. Similar way, I'll go to the people and I'll click on that table. I'll again click on use first row as header. And that's it. Only that much I actually wanted to make up the changes. I will go to home and under file, I will close and apply the changes. So those changes are getting applied at this particular moment. You can see on the screen, this load operation is basically taking place. So this is what is ETL, extract, transform, and load. A very simple, simplistic view Power BI has given, and I really love it. Once the data is loaded, we will see that what aggregations does Power BI have. So we can see that the data is loaded under the fields section. So under this field section, we have orders table, we have people table, we have returns table. Now let me take from orders table. If I want to draw a stacked bar chart, I will click on the chart and a layout of the chart is basically we can see, and here I will take the region into x-axis, and I will take sales into y-axis. And now you can see that region-wise sales will get populated over here, and they are here. In the legend also, I will put region only, so that we can get the region color separated out from each other. So here you can see that we have all the details available. This sales is basically aggregation. If I click here, you can see that we have aggregation as sum, average, minimum, maximum, count, count distinct, standard deviation, variance, and median. So aggregation basically gives us a value which is combined value, okay, which is basically total rows are getting summed up, getting average value out of the total rows. So that is how we are getting the average values. So this is one way of doing the aggregation. Let me basically make this chart a little smaller. This is average of sales. Now let me take up one of the clustered chart, which is line and clustered chart. In this one, again, I will keep region as the x-axis, and I will keep sales on the y-axis. And after that, I would like to see the sales on the y-axis as a line also. So you can see that we have a trend line. Okay, the line fitting the center points of these different regions, the three regions which we have. Now what I can do is, again, I can take region and I can put it under legend, so that I can get different colors for the same. So this is how we are able to see this particular chart. And again, this is sum. But here I would actually go for minimum sales. So you can see that now the data has changed and we have minimum sales now. So this is one type, that how you can basically work on aggregations and change your aggregations to minimum, maximum, sum, averages, count, count distinct, standard deviation, variance, and median. Now let me basically go into the data tab, and under this I can see the whole of the data, which is like a table over here. And here I can see we have regions, and on region I will right click, and when I right click, here I get multiple options for sorting in ascending order, in descending order, copy table, new measure, new column. So here basically at the end I have new group. So I will click on group, and you can see that now this pop-up has turned up. And here basically I can make a choice that how I want to make groups. Okay, so we have ungrouped values as central, north, and south. So I'm grouping on the basis of these values, and I'm clicking on OK. So once I click on OK, let us try to observe that what has happened. So you can see that here at the end, okay, we have one column as region groups, and under this we can see that it has populated all the center values, central values for the center. And if I click here, and if I basically deselect all, if I just click on north and I click OK, so you can see that I'm able to see the data which is of north. Okay, so here also we can create groups by right clicking a particular column, and we can group by that particular column, and we can add that with which column I want to group the data. So this is how you can perform the aggregations on the data or the table which is there in the Power BI. So I hope you learned how aggregations can be done. Keep learning, keep watching, and wait for the next video to come up. Thank you very much.